You ever had that sneaking suspicion that the wealthy manage their money differently than everyone else? Well, it's true. And I have the proof. I was a traditional financial advisor and retirement planner when I discovered what the ultra rich do with their money. It's completely different from what you've been told to do with your money. So what I do? Well, I immediately told all my clients to fire me, and I quit my career as a financial advisor. That's how seriously I took this discovery that I'm about to share with you. See, after winning $5,000 in a young entrepreneur contest as a teenager, I became obsessed with figuring out how to grow money and making my money work for me, right? So I took that $5,000 to a financial advisor and said, tell me how to grow it. From there, I became known as a sort of financial savant where I was even managing my professor's money while still in college. When I graduated, I was offered jobs at several top investment firms like Merrill Lynch, Strong Investments, and American Investment Bank, which, by the way, those companies that aren't even around or they were bought out, right? But see, this was the year 2000, right before the dot-com crash. The market had been climbing for years, and I thought I was a genius for making my clients money. My friends were becoming clients, family members were becoming clients, and trusting me with their retirement money. And then some cracks started to show in the stock market, and I got pretty damn worried. I talked to my financial mentors about what to do and what to say to my friends and family, and they told me to say things like, oh, don't worry, just tell them they're in it for the long haul, or it's just dollar cost averaging, keep buying, or hey, the stock market's on sale. It became clear that they didn't know what was really going on and that their message was always the same in good times and bad. Just keep buying our financial products. They weren't financial advisors, they were salespeople. This was the moment I first saw the charade, and I saw it for what it was. I got a peek behind the curtain at all the myths that were being sold by big banks and financial institutions that make them rich with our money. So I quit. I told all my clients to take their money out of the stock market. And they saved money that they would have been, losing for the next couple of years because they were following all these myths. Then I started studying what the wealthy really do to make and grow their wealth. I traveled all over the country to meet and learn from multimillionaires. I shadowed financial advisors to the ultra wealthy, and I really even went to some of their closed door meetings. And when I read a good book on building wealth, I would fly the author into my hometown and interview them for a day, sometimes even two. This is how I discovered the 9 biggest financial myths that destroy prosperity. Kind of the sort of, sacred cows of personal finance, right? And I wrote a book called Killing Sacred Cows, and it busts each of these 9 myths one by one and shows you exactly what to do instead. So what happened? The book became a New York Times bestseller and a Wall Street Journal bestseller and reached #1 on USA Today and Wall Street Journal as well. And now, because this is so important, and to get the book into even more hands, I want to give you a copy of my New York Times bestseller for free. You'll discover why high risk doesn't equal high return, and how the wealthy create their own low risk, high return situations. Why believing a penny saved is a penny earned forces you to live in scarcity and actually prevents you from growing wealthier. Why scrimping, sacrificing, and saving for 30 years is one of the riskiest bets you can make. And you can reach economic independence in 2 to 7 years instead. Look, there's a lot more to it than just that. There's so much more that you can learn. So if you want to grow your wealth like the wealthy do and avoid the 9 financial myths that destroy your prosperity, just tap right below, right, to get my New York Times bestseller for free. Then you'll have a chance to get my second book called What Would Billionaires Do for less than $3. That way, you and I are exchanging some value together. And then there's a chance to get the audiobook version of both books if you prefer to listen. So tap below right now to request your free book. The Wealth Factory team will get it into your hands as soon as possible, so you can literally be reading about the first myth in just seconds from now. And then you can start building wealth like the ultra wealthy do. But it all starts by tapping below right now.